Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wants Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody that I think has a very obvious reaction, or it's just very clear to somebody how they feel about a situation or a person, perhaps. This Knight of Swords in the reverse is quick, and I think almost like kind of not great energy. I would compare this to, for anyone who's ever quit smoking cigarettes, I feel like it's a pretty big change from wanting to be, around that smell to they end up, I think, oftentimes being the people who are more offended by the cigarette smoke. So it's kind of like somebody swings like, no, 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 that's definitely not me anymore, or that's definitely not what I want. This could be a change in your taste in terms of just multiple areas of your life, or specifically maybe romantic pursuits. But we have not for me. So let's go in spirit with a little bit of Wind Chime 10. Oh, just hello there, Illuminati. How are you? Hello, Peggy. How are we doing? All right, let's dive in. We're going to go with the Golden Lenormand. Is it golden? It is golden, right? I always mix it up. I always say classic or golden, and I can't remember. I think it is golden because it has a little gold background. It's hard to keep track of all of these, okay, you guys? How's our day? How's our weekend? Are we enjoying ourselves? Thank you, everyone. You have honestly made my week. It's been such a great week in terms of people being interested in my merch, people being excited about the $5 one question reading. I'm still going to keep that up for a little bit while longer. So you all are awesome. I got some really kind and generous donations yesterday. So to those folks, I just want to say thank you. That's awesome. All right, so we've got number 15, which is the bear. And number 20, which is the garden. This talks about community. This is interesting. Okay, so here's kind of what I see with this. I feel like we have somebody that was leader of the pack, and they were pleased with their situation. They were pleased with where they were. Now, this could be applied to a work or an actual like friendship community, whatever it is, family. But we have somebody that was like, yes, I'm top dog. I'm the best. And then something here has changed. Someone's perspective, or somebody has seen through an illusion or seen people for who they truly are. And now this person is like, I don't want to be your leader. I don't want to be associated with this kind of people, this kind of pursuit or purpose. And we have an individual with some pretty legitimate leadership skills, a lot to offer people. I feel like this is somebody who has a kind of magnetic personality. There may be a kind of je ne sais quoi, or I don't know why I'm so drawn to you, but I am. And that person was sharing it with the wrong group of people. It's okay. It happens. You can change it. So I feel like this bear, this really strong person who's been through a lot and people look up to, realized there were people that weren't interested in learning from this bear, and they might go find a different community where people would be either more like this bear or more willing to listen to those maybe sage stories. That's awesome, Peggy. It's a little gray here, but that's okay. It's not as hot then. Hi there, Tiana. How are you? Oh, thank you. Sup, Lucas? All right, so we're gonna make it a fish. You ready? Okay, that was my promoting Lucas. Take it for a spin, Lucas. See what it's like being a moderator. It should be fun. Hi there, Illuminati. I guess I already said hi. I forgot you're the first one in here. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's like that. Don't worry. I've had worse, like, misspellings of my name. A lot of people called me Cameron. I have nothing wrong with that name, but it's just not my name. We're gonna go with the Egyptian tarot. What else do we have, please? Oh, also, you guys, I might have a little bit of a new addiction. There are 5 different designs now on my merch site, which should be one of the links in the description box. Today's creation is a unicorn on the shirt, like prancing, right? Or like running. It's slightly masculine, okay, you guys? And then it says, I don't need a wand to be magical. I mean, I have them. I'm just saying. So I might have a problem now with just thinking I'm like the funniest thing ever and creating a t-shirt every day. So forgive me. But it's fun. Thank you. I appreciate that. We've got the 2 of Pentacles and it's in the reverse. And the King of Swords. This is not a time of indecision for this King of Swords. This King of Swords knows exactly what's going on. There's clarity. Like I said, if there were people that were trying to pretend they're one way or they're going to, maybe be a good influence in your life or a good contact for you, you already know what's up. You're like, meh. See, what happened was I heard you kind of suck. This King of Swords is not, messing around. So we had the 8 of C in the first couple of cards, and that's the 8 of Cups, and here it is again. Somebody's walking away. I'm telling you, they're leaving a community. It's not my community anymore. That's not the type of people I want to be. So there is this buddy. I met him working for a company for several years. And as one tends to do, I think when you work for multiple years at a company, it's kind of inevitable that you end up with like a little bit of a core group of friends or like a little bit of like a work family, right? And this dude was probably one of my favorites. I'm not going to lie. He's just hilarious. And we would just, make fun of people together. It was a lot of fun. But he and I both really enjoyed throwing parties. He with his wife, who I also adored. And I would love to go to their parties just because I was always the one throwing parties. I wanted somebody else to throw a party, right? And then it just kind of changed in terms of the nature of our friendship when I stopped drinking. Because the environment in which everyone hung out, it was always about drinking. And I can be in a situation involving liquor and be just fine. But like, I just kind of felt like that group wasn't really my group anymore because I wasn't like down to get wasted. So much as I love all of them and hope that they're all having phenomenal lives, sometimes your paths just kind of separate. So like we never had a falling out or anything. It was just, we were doing different things. We were wanting to relax, right? Hi there, Rachel. How are you doing? Hello, Voyager. What's happening? Is it? That's so awesome. Yeah, you might have to check out the merch then, Peggy. Hello, Dino. How's it going? All right, so we've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I think in particular, we have a community. This King of Swords has walked away from a group of people that have basically demonstrated over time they are not reliable, they are not dependable, they are not there when you need them. They might be a little bit too quick to want to argue or even throw hands. There could be a sense that for some of you, this is a group where people were taking people's significant others from each other. Like there was some not so great morals in terms of whether or not you respect the people that you know or consider friends. This just feels like a lot of backstabbing and a lot of toxicity. There could have also been, for some of you, a sense of not feeling like you can trust your friends to not take something from you. So for some of you, this could be like moochy friends. For others of you, this is somebody who really has a concern as to whether or not friends were willing to take something from you that is not theirs. Hello there, Polly. That's great. From Glasgow? That's too rad. There's a Glasgow in the next state over, but I would guess that it's way less cool than your Glasgow. I hope I get to go check out Scotland someday. I mean, really, like the entirety of the UK would be nice to check out if I'm honest, but yeah. Okay, so 10 is an important number because we have literally it's the number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. It's in the reverse. And then we have the sun. And I'm just really focused on the X's. So what it feels to me like is we have the number 10 and the number 30 or 3 being important. Could be all of those. And there's a cycle here. Something that has happened multiple times. It's like a carousel that this King of Swords could have gotten off, but had not chosen to do so for a little while. And now there's another opportunity. Now this King of Swords sees what's going on and they're taking their option to dip. Is there a sense of loss here? Yes, I do feel like we have somebody that is a bit torn or a bit like forlorn, because anytime you have to walk on and move towards the next chapter, there's something that you're probably leaving behind you. Every single job that I have worked, even if it was only like a year, every single job that I've worked, I've encountered people that I adore, people that are like, you know, my brothers or my sisters or, you know, best friends, because you spend so much time with those individuals, right? And every time I decide that it's time to leave that workplace, it's like, you know, I'm not going to see you. I don't have an excuse to run into you. I don't have an excuse to hear how your weekend went. I could, you know, pursue a friendship with you and maybe you're going to pursue it too, but it's never going to be the same because I don't have that ability to just see you every day. So I do feel like there's kind of a little bit of sadness, right? I know that as I work to change this situation or as I pursue something different, that it could mean that I have to accept that some things will never happen again. Some people I may never see again. But I also feel like there's acceptance here and maybe even a sense of adventure. Yeah, you're leaving a place where you felt like you were kind of a top dog or people looked up to you. You had some sort of reputation or recognition here, but you're ready for a bigger challenge. It's like you already managed the JV team. Now you're ready for varsity. You're maybe not the biggest fish in the pond anymore, but this is still what you're supposed to do. Why do we have the Eight of Swords, though? When you take this like exit, when you make this pivot in your life and decide that there's something better out there for you, that you're ready for a new challenge, or that, you know, you're wanting to surround yourself with better people, you may find that people kind of feel like you're throwing away something that they would love to take from you anyways, this kind of like top dog situation. But you acknowledge that that's because they haven't really seen the truth of what's important. They don't know that there's like another level, basically. And I feel like there's, as you move towards this new life, as you know, start building a new community or make those decisions to help you start that, there's something here that happens that's unexpected. You may run into somebody you never thought you would run into again. You may go to a party or an event and encounter somebody that you never would have thought you would encounter. That could be somebody for some reason you already know about ahead of time. Wow, like I follow you on this, or I really love your book, you know, blah, blah, blah. There is something here really important. It's like you have to be at a specific place at a specific time. You're supposed to see this person, and you have to get through this and leave this community in order to be at that time and place and make that happen. Very specific, but I do feel like it applies to a lot of you. Hello, Twisted Piston. How are you doing? It sounds like we could talk about cars for a while. A while. Hello, Paul. How are you? I hope we're having a good day. Yeah, actually, one of my considerations for my second channel, because I'm trying to think of all the different cool things I could do for ASMR. I literally have this like epic book about like the history of car brands, and it's showing some of these really cool cars from like, you know, 30s, 40s or whatever, some of the old stuff that I really, really get into. And I just want to be here and be like a Vanna White, like, okay, on this next page, we have this really cool car from 1942. You cannot buy it anymore, but it's cool. Look at it. I don't know if it's going to work for me, you guys, but I really like cars, so. No playing in the sprinklers tonight? Why not? No, it is mostly, it's a white background with like red and white detail. I can like upload a picture of it later, but yeah, I have a small obsession with cars. I really need to go to a car show. It's noted for later. All right. This is the situation deck. Let's see what else we have about this rejection of people. You're cool. I'm out. It's kind of the vibe, right? Very nice, very nice. Peggy, you have that in common with me? Well, let's hang out and talk about vintage cars. I like it. Perfect. I'm glad you made it too, Twisted Piston. All right, so we've got hamster wheel, surviving daily hustle, lost, ghosted, blocked off, cut off. That's what I'm saying. These people were keeping you at a lower vibration. So much so that I think these individuals were actually impacting your ability to make money. Now, you might actually feel these are people who are always asking for money, or maybe they actually did try to steal something from you. Maybe it was just a matter of the energy around you. We can get real spiritual or strange with it if you want, but I'm a big believer in if the energy is sour, oh, look at the hour. If it's a bad vibe in here, I'm not going to be like rolling around in it and like bathing in it. No, thank you. I would like to go to where the light is. I would like to go to where it feels lovely. So look, these people were blocking your money. Okay. So moving on to a new community, pretty much the best idea you've had in a long time. Look at it. Here's you with your idea. You're brilliant. You know what you have to do. You know that, the time has come. You're worth investing in, right? And sometimes that means you got to go with a little bit of a wild card. I worked for some pretty big companies, and one of the things that they would teach, more successful ones anyways, is it's absolutely vital to foster growth by accepting that there will be periods of disruption. There will be maybe choices that feel like a step back because you're building momentum, you're creating something new, and then it takes off, right? So it's kind of feeling to me like we have a little bit of a lull right now. Somebody has cleared that energy out, maybe ghosted or blocked a lot of people. I'm on my pedestal. I'm just gonna say it. You don't have to ghost people all the time, When I am an actual ghost, I will have a lot of fun. But I don't really want to keep, I don't know, that kind of awkwardness out there. I'm just gonna tell you, hey, this isn't working for me. Or hey, you know what? I don't really feel it. I don't want it. Maybe this friendship isn't really what it used to be. Whatever it is, I'm just gonna say it, okay? So maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Some people might deserve to be ghosted if we're honest with ourselves, right? But autocorrect is the bane of my existence, to be honest. What's this? Forbidden love. Insatiable in the reverse. Okay, so leaving a community or feeling like this community is not it anymore, right? It's not the place. It's not going to foster growth. You're over it. Your jokes aren't funny anymore, and I'm bored. I pretty much never say that, to be honest. I don't feel bored really ever. Maybe it's more like discomfort, but I feel like, okay, I might get roasted for this. I feel like it's really only boring people that get bored. And people who are unwilling to actually change the situation. Hey, if I'm currently unentertained, perhaps I could remove myself from the situation and go elsewhere. Maybe I'll go play pool. Maybe I'll go draw something. Maybe I'll go hang out at the lake. Whatever it is, like do something, right? This person is like restless because they feel bored by their environment. So they get up and they do something about it. They change it. I don't know who you are, but I kind of want to give you a high five because you're giving a little bit of a badass vibe here. So I feel like you kind of tested the people around you. You were aware that there were some people that were not so great, maybe some friends that weren't really friends, maybe some coworkers who were okay with throwing you under the bus. Whatever this is, you got proof. You know these people aren't legit. So I don't think you really tell them what you found, or I don't know that you necessarily make it clear what's going on. I think you might just be a little bit of a disappearing act, which kind of is another one of those like magician references for me. So it might still be that we see the magician card. I'm kind of glad we didn't see it from this side though. I don't like the magician from the Egyptian tarot. He's all green. Kind of seems like not a good intention kind of magician, you know? Yeah, I get that. Yes, I would agree with that, Twisted Piston. I've tried to stop giving away my shirts. Sorry. I address everything with stupid dad jokes. It's kind of my shtick. Grant, Colin Lucas, Derek Zoolander. Hello, late arrival. How we doing today? I love how you're so on point with that name. We have the Five of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the reverse. Okay, so you're not comfortable telling something to this group of people. You might have been trying to kind of test them or see if they were actually trustworthy or like legit over a little period of time, because you didn't know if you wanted to share something with somebody or talk about something with people. I kind of feel like you've been keeping something to yourself. The example that's coming through is I wear a mask around my friends, or I don't feel like I can tell them what's truly going on, because if I told them, they would make fun of me. If I told them, they wouldn't be there for me. If I told them, they would make fun of me for being sad. I don't feel any support from these people. So why would I share what I'm going through, right? And I'm sorry that anyone feels this way, because I've been there. I'm like trying not to get emotional, to be honest, because you can give and give and give and be there for people and try to be a solid friend or a shoulder to cry on, only to turn around and find that that is not offered to you when you need it. I've been there. And it's not easy, right? But it also made me get to the point where I don't really need to be consoled. I don't really need a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. When I see my parents, getting a hug from both of them, it means the world to me, right? Even just like hearing their voice on the phone when I talk to them. We all need something, right? But I do feel like this is somebody who has had to kind of self-soothe. And as a result, it's like, why would I be vulnerable? Why would I tell you the things that are important to me? I don't trust you. There are people out there that are worth trusting. You might find some in my live chat. There's some pretty cool people there. But I guess what I'm trying to say is I have felt so utterly alone in the world, excepting my parents, because I adore them. I have felt very alone. Like I had given everything to my friends only to get nothing back. And I have become much stronger because I've gone through that, but I've also gotten better at picking out who I want to invest in, who I actually want to consider a friend, who I would be close to. And that's not a bad thing. That's a very valuable thing. So I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not going to give the shirt off my back to just anybody. I still am invested in being kind and genuine, but I'm not going to give everything away to people who don't know how to give back. So you have learned a very valuable but painful lesson, and I feel it. I get it. But maybe the skin grows back more resilient after it's been cut. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm stronger now than I ever have been, and it's not because I have never been hurt, right? You're becoming this bear, kind of unfuckable. Yeah, so you get betrayed or people let you down. Those that you thought you could potentially depend on, they're not there. But the gift that is given to you is the clarity and the wisdom to realize the true impressive magnitude of your own strength. You've got it. Okay, this is kind of silly. Have you ever like tried to move across the country by yourself? Have you ever tried to move across the country by yourself when you're only 5'4" and you have this for muscles? It's not easy, guys. But you know what I found out? Uh, it's really hard to stop me when I want to do something. I don't care if I'm tiny. I don't care if I have nothing for muscles. I will find a way, okay? If I have to find a way to set up like a slingshot to like sling all of my stuff across the country, that's what I'm gonna do, okay? You have muscles now that you did not have before. You have wisdom now that you did not have before. I don't like you guys, I have done some impressive like demonstration of physics trying to move a big old couch by myself, right? Trying to move a foosball table by myself. Whatever it is, I'm gonna figure it out. And I might do it in flip-flops, which is inadvisable to say the least, but I'm gonna do it anyways because I'm gonna do it my way, okay? I can't tell you how many times I've been yelled at for moving things in flip-flops. I'm classy, okay? It's summer. I'm wearing flip-flops. Shut up. We're like moving in a dress. So shoot me. But look, you are moving yourself into one of the most satisfying and happy chapters of your life. 10 of Pentacles. You are going through difficult things, becoming the person that you need to be, or maybe didn't even realize that you could be, because there's something here that's worth a lot to you. And you want that life. Now, this could be, I want to retire on a farm. This could be, I want to build my own business. I want to move closer to my family. I want to start a family. Whatever it is, you're working towards this life that you want for the long term because you know what you don't want anymore. When you accept that something isn't for you anymore, it helps you to start dreaming about what you do want. Hi, Jennifer. How's it going? I need a sling also. Can we work on that? I looked, you guys. There's no merch for that. I'm sorry. No slingshots. Good for you. I'm proud of you, Jennifer. It ain't easy, right? Lucas. I'm weird, okay? I'm either like dressed to the nines or like I don't give the I don't is the what you probably see most of the time, right? Like the yoga pants and the band tank top. I will probably wear a tank top in the winter too, even if it's cold. And then I wear boots. Preferably with like, I don't know, some kind of stylistic detail, like cool studs. But yeah, in the summertime, I kind of live in my flip-flops. If it's rainy, then I'm gonna wear boots. I have heels, a large collection of heels, fancy heels. I did a lot of firsthand research on what heel you can walk through an airport, go to a bunch of meetings, and then walk through another airport. Well, I guess technically the same airports. So like I got heels. I just don't want to wear them anymore. Yeah, maybe for special occasions. You got a wedding for me to go to? Okay, I'll put on some heels. But until then, I'm wearing some flip-flops, baby. Boots, yes. Boots with the fur. Okay, maybe not with the fur. I would wear boots constantly. That was kind of more upside down. But it's a little too hot here for boots. Boot scoop boogie. It comes to me, okay? 6 of Wands, Ace of Cups. There's going to be some people that are a little jealous of you, my friends. Look, I feel whoever I'm reading for, things are going to get better for you in terms of your ability to express yourself, and you might have a creative project. You might be going to build your own house. You might be going to write a book. You might be going to launch a fashion line. There is something here that is going to be very good for you. And part of it is because you removed yourself from this environment that was not good for you. Part of it is you're inspired by something that really takes a hold of you. For some of you, this is you're able to create a masterpiece musically or whatever it is because you're in love, because you're inspired. So this Knight of Swords in the reverse, World in the reverse is like an impulsive start in a different direction. So if you were, how do I explain this? It's like you shoot a little bit faster into space than was intended. You're aiming for the stars and you end up on like Saturn. So be cautious, be like strategic, but I do think things are going to take off a little bit faster than you expect them to. Hi there, Matt. How are you doing? I agree. Twisted Piston, are you calling me short? Are you starting a fight with me? Eh? Yeah, if I put on heels, they're probably only going to make me 5'6". Thank you for making me feel short. I still can't reach the hot dog buns on the top shelf. It's rude. I just ask for help. It's okay. Actually, I don't. I literally just like launch myself. Again, I'm going to try to do it myself. No country boots for you? That's okay. I'm here for the go-go boots, Peggy, all day. That works. Combat boots? Yes. Yes. High wedge boots? Yes. Can we be friends? You run rings around Saturn? I like it. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so here's the deal. You make a decision. Don't go back on it. I feel like somebody gets cold feet. You get everything all sorted. You got it figured out. And then you get in the car to drive away and you just sit there. Like you forgot how to drive. Or you got the job offer. The letter says, here's everything you need. We just need to have your signature. And you sit there and you stare at it. It's not going to sign itself. I get it. It's scary. It's scary sometimes. But think about it like a beautiful country road. You never had an excuse to turn down. You always just wondered, I wonder what magic is back by there. Is it like a lake? Is there another mountain? Is there like a cool ranch with some pretty horses? I don't know. I never have a reason to drive back there, so I'm never going to figure it out. And then you have a reason to drive there. Can you tell this has happened to me recently? It totally did. And it was so cool because I always wondered, drive pet, what's down there? And then I had an excuse and it was glorious. And I saw some really cool stuff, including some beautiful horses. So yeah, there's something you're supposed to do and it might feel a little bit weird. It might feel like you don't have a map to tell you when you need to take that left turn or that right turn. That's okay. You're going to be fine. You're the Six of Wands. It's where you're supposed to be, but sometimes you're supposed to be a little bit doo-doo-doo. For some of you, this is about learning to accept an unpredictable outcome. If I don't know what the outcome is going to be, am I still going to pursue it? Do you guys know what my answer is? Because I like to be super prepared. My toxic trait is that I over prepare. Okay. If we're going on a pontoon boat and it's just you and me, I'm still probably going to bring 5 floaties and 18 beverages and 10 hamburgers to cook. It's too much. It's too much, but I don't know what it is. I over prepare. So you got to bring it back a little bit. You got to be okay with maybe somebody does decide that they want a 7th hamburger, but you don't have it, and that's okay because nobody really needs to eat 7 hamburgers. So chill. It's going to be okay. Dr. Pepper. Oh my God. Thank you for saying that later, Eyeball. You just reminded me. Okay, so before I started the live stream, I was checking something on YouTube and noticed that the ad at the top of the YouTube feed was for a chicken sandwich. And I died because I knew the whole reason that was there was because I had just decided that I needed to watch the Unforgivable, like super old Unforgivable YouTube video. Give me a chicken sandwich, waffle fries for free. And I don't know. I just died because now I'm getting advertisements based on the fact that I just had to watch that video again from forever ago because it's freaking hilarious. Yeah. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is there's going to be a sign for you, okay? And then it's going to make you kind of laugh at yourself, I think, because it's going to help you stay on that track. It's going to help you realize, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because that ad just it sent me. I've been struggling a little bit with like actually taking breaks and not doing too much. So that might be something you need a little bit of a reminder of. Maybe you need to take a day off. Maybe you need to take a little bit of a trip. Maybe you just need to do something for fun for an hour. But you are heading in the right direction, so don't stop. Imprisonment and the reverse. There's a sense of freedom that hits you when you walk away from this environment or this community. And there is some inspiration here that may have a positive influence on your career. I feel like for many of you, you might have a partner or a new friend in this community that really does have a positive influence in terms of what direction you go with your career and your finances. Somebody, it's like they ask you a question or they tell you a story and it like gives you an idea. You're like, oh, maybe I could do that. Why didn't I ever think of that myself? You know? All right, let's get just a little bit more. This is the signs of the times. I've been super chatty today. I'm sorry, guys. I know, I just wasn't trying to give them any free press. CFA. That's true. But yeah, no, it was definitely about Chick-fil-A. Hello, Drew. How are you? I hope your weekend is being very kind. Cool, thank you. All right, what do we have? We just got this one the other day, maybe 2 days ago. Might have even been yesterday. Number 23, moon, emotions, and stars, divine guidance. You are being guided where you are supposed to be. Number 33, I told you 10 is important, right? That's the difference between the two of them. Yeah, there's, I think, a sense of learning a pretty important lesson that enables, it's like you unlocked a magical secret land that no one else gets to go to, but you do because you're smart enough. I should write children's books, huh? All right, this is the Marigold Tarot. You're going to be getting little signs that tell you you're on the right path. So don't ignore those. Pay close attention. Maybe you need to get new glasses or a magnifying glass. Yes, exactly. All right, we have 5 of Wands, 8 of Rings, which is the 8 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Yeah, there's competition. There's barrier to entry. There's work required for you to do what it is that you want to do. It doesn't have to be work, but I think for many of you, it at least somewhat applies to work. But you're going to get good news. If you follow through on your idea, if you invest in it, if you actually set aside, you know, the time and energy for it, you get a positive result. People celebrate with you. There's recognition here. Temperance in the reverse, Knight of Cups. Queen of Rings or Queen of Pentacles. I really feel like for many of you, there is a partner that enters your life. I mean, some of you may already be with this person, but I don't really feel like that's true. I feel like this is somebody that you've been at a distance with. Everything changes when you like move towards this person, spend more time with this person, prioritize this person, because they're a better influence for you than this group that you've been dealing with. This could be a family member that you really get along with or has a lot to teach. But I think for many of you, this is a love interest, somebody that helps you deal with the more difficult days. So this would be somebody you feel like you can be yourself around. This is somebody you feel like is home, right? Could be who you first think of when you really want to hug. Three of Rings or Three of Pentacles, Justice in the reverse. I feel like both of you had difficulties with regards to your career, with people who were throwing you under the bus or not acknowledging your contributions appropriately. So the two of you somehow, it's like you collide and you both get into the path that you're supposed to be on. Like you're both supposed to encounter each other and you exchange some sort of understanding, and it helps both of you in terms of where you're supposed to be. Three of Cups, Star in the reverse. This happens at a specific time and place. You are supposed to run into somebody at a specific time and place because there is an opportunity here that you're not fully leveraging or pushing towards. Seven of Wands in the reverse. And the Fool. Yeah, this new adventure or this new chapter in your life, this departure from the community that doesn't really feel like your community anymore, it's going to feel a little bit risky. It's not going to be like you sitting in the back of a car, all buckled in, nice and safe, with grandma driving 40 miles an hour. Either way. It's going to be more like a roller coaster where you're like, I could actually probably fall out of this thing. It's going to feel a little bit risky. Have you ever driven on a Tennessee mountain where there's no guardrails? I know I've talked about this. There are guardrails all over Minnesota. Like, oh, don't fall off of this 20-foot drop. That could be really bad. I mean, you could really hurt yourself, right? But Tennessee is like, oh, no biggie. It's like a 600-foot drop, but you're fine, right? Oh, margin. But no, there's no side of the road. You have a whole lane. You're fine. Just, don't fall off. Hey, thanks. Yeah, Twisted Piston. I spent most of my life in Minneapolis and then moved to Tennessee about 2 years ago. Wear my helmet. Oh, God. I'll think about it, but I really like my hair to look a certain way, okay? So I don't know. It doesn't sound like me. All right, we have a couple more. This is the Gilded Reverie. $33 key, 42 compass, number 5 the tree. It's lots of vibes of moving up in the world, leveling up, ready for something better, and then becoming better individually, right? So somebody understands that a move or a different environment enables them to level up or enables them to be that next version of themselves. So I really feel like you already know this is where I'm supposed to go, or I need to go this direction. Follow your heart, follow your intuition. It's going to be good for you. I do feel like in multiple areas in your life, not just love, not just career, at least those two though. Without glasses. Crap. Oh, you're only an hour away? Are you in Rochester? That's more like 45 minutes if you drive fast like me. Well, and I was driving from like the southern side. But yeah, I do miss me some Minnesota now and then. Nice. Sorry to call you out. You know what's funny about that, Peggy, is we had a teacher, I think it was like third grade. At the end of the year, he wrote up a prediction for each individual student. Here's what I think you're going to do for your career, like, or here's where I think you're going to be in like 20 years. And he totally thought that I was going to be a children's book author. So maybe I should. I don't know. Don't I swear too much? I keep reading. I don't want to go mow my lawn. All right. I love you all. Thank you for making me giggle. And thank you for the likes and the subscribes and the requests for personal readings. They're making me super happy. So keep doing that. All right. Subscribe. Have a great day. Bye, guys.